Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Coach Linda, and I'm here with 100 Days of Purpose. And I know I am late, but if you knew the day that I had today, you'd be like, whoa, because you can see I don't got no makeup on, my hair kind of not, I'm not my well to do. Yeah. So that's the kind of day I've had. But I wanted to come on here today because I told you guys we would talk about how to identify your core values. And so I want to get right into it and talk about how to define or identify your core values. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of core values and pretty much what core values are. We understand that they are the foundation of what you say you believe. Um, and it's you at the fundamental level. And so to identify your core values, you have to start by thinking about the times you were most happy or the happiest that you have ever been, proud, fulfilled, satisfied, just you were in that place of right? You could exhale. What were you doing? What contributed to these feelings? Um, and then you can also, like I said, I'm going to make available a list. If you want it, you can just email me or inbox me on Facebook or leave a message in the comments, a list of common core values for your inspiration so you can kind of look at it. But the best way to do it is to think about the times when you were happiest, the things that you are most proud of, and how the times that you were, just fulfilled, satisfied. You were like, okay, alrighty then. That moment, okay? You can also think about the times or situations in your life that have created conflict, because in conflict, we normally tend to lean towards our core values in order to resolve those conflicts, okay? Most people do, not all, but most people do. And if you're working more than 50 hours a week and you feel frustrated or wish you could spend more time with your family, maybe your values are family and not job. Understand what I'm saying? So when you're thinking about that, think about times that you felt conflicted. Okay. You can make a list, and I would say just make an exhaustive list. Make an exhaustive list of what you believe, right? Of what you find that you tend to define yourself with. And religion, finances, family, relationships, friendships, career, vocation, profession, whatever it is. You want to just make an exhaustive list, write everything that comes to mind, right? Just write it all down. Again, if you get stuck, you can inbox me and say, hey, look, Linda, can I get that list of common things? Because I've been trying to figure it out and I just can't do it. I need something to give me inspiration. And I'll make sure that you get it. And once you have a good exhaustive list, what you're going to do is you're going to start to combine any of the values on your list that seem similar, right? So if you say that you value time with your family and family trips, then you can put that together, right? So anything that seems similar, you want to combine them so you can start to narrow it down. And what you're going to do is you're going to get the top 5, right? Those top 5 core values. And I'm going to explain why you only want to do a few and not them all, because it's just going to be a little bit easier in a minute when I explain it. So, for example, if you value philanthropy or being a giver, I can never say that word right, or generosity or kindness, you can kind of combine that into giving, right? Giving back. I value giving back. So you want to do community service. You want to be kind, at random acts of kindness, be generous. Maybe you give to charities and things of that nature. You want to just kind of single that as giving back, or even serving others, right? And so you have that value. And the reason why I say only do 5 is because everything can't be important, right? Everything, because remember, your core values are what you are at the core of who you are, and everything doesn't define you. Some things we like to do or we're passionate about, but they are really not something that defines us. And so we want to get to the list, to the top 5 things that we feel define who we are. Again, if everything is important, then nothing is important. So everything can't be important. And keep your list to 5 core values. This will allow you to easily weigh options and make decisions and align your actions with your purpose. So it's easier if you have these 5 things to say, okay, these are the things that I value the most. And so when I'm living my life, I'm going to align myself with these things. And then when you have your 5 values that you feel are most aligned for you or resonate the most with you, you're going to write them at the top. Get another sheet of paper and write all 5 of them across the top, and you're going to journal about each of these, right? So I always do 5. I have 5 transitional questions. So now you're going to do this with your 5 core values. So core value 1, if it's family, you write family, and then you journal about family and why family is important to you. And then what you're going to do is, once you journal about it, you're going to write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? 5 days. And you're going to write down one thing that you can do each day in that area of family, right? You're going to write it down, and you're going to start to incorporate that in your life. If you're not already doing it, you're going to start to incorporate that in your life. So you can write down these 5, for 5 days. And again, I'm only doing 5 because I don't want to overwhelm you, right? You should be doing this every day of the week, but we're going to start with 5. So you're going to write them down, and each day, because you have 5 areas, right? So that's going to be 5 things in that day that you're going to be doing, but each page is going to have the things. So what I would say to do is, once you've written across, if it's family, you journaled about your family, you wrote Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the one thing that you're going to do each of those days. Then the next one, you go, whatever it is, you write it, you journal, you do your 5 things that you're going to do. Then you go to the next one, you got 5 of them, right? So now you have 15 things basically that you're going to do, 5 each day of the week, right? So you're going to 5, 10, 25 things. Sorry. My brain was like, that 10 thing don't sound right. So 25 things that you're going to do, right? 5 each day. And there's 5 in the category, right? So you're going to do that. And now what you're doing is you're setting yourself up. And if my math is wrong, don't be, she don't know what she's talking about because her math is wrong, because I'm trying to do this off the cuff and it's not in my notes. So you're going to write down the 5 things. You're going to journal about it. You're going to do 5 things for that day. There's 5 of them. So there's 5 for each day, right? And you are going to then take each day. So Monday, you're going to take the thing that you said you're going to do on Monday for family. You're going to put that in your calendar and put a time on it. So, by this time, I want to have this done. Then you're going to take whatever the next one is, Monday, put it in, same thing, right? So now these things have become goals. They have become appointments on your calendar for you to fulfill, and they become reminders so you can get them done. And so you want to start to align yourself with your core values. And right now it's forced, right? Because it's something you haven't done before. So you're kind of forcing yourself to create a different habit, so that you are now living your life based on your core values, as opposed to living your life willy-nilly, doing whatever and hoping that you're going to be successful. What you're going to find is that when you do it this way, you're going to feel more energized, and you're going to feel more able to get the work done, or to work on whatever project that you're working on without compromising yourself. And what I would also say is that at the end of each day, you're going to make a note or make a journal to yourself about what you accomplished that day and how it makes you feel. Okay, because we're being a person of purpose, and that being a person of purpose, then we need to understand why doing these things are satisfactory for us, why doing these things help us to feel fulfilled, why doing these things are giving us a sense of accomplishment. Okay, so you're going to make a note to yourself each day on how you feel after you've completed your task. And let me just put a pin here and say, if you don't complete it, right? If something comes up and you're not able to get it done, or you can't get around to it, because again, this is not something that you've done in the past. This is something that you're trying to incorporate. And sometimes we slip. I want to go to the gym 5 days a week. I don't always make it. Actually, I don't think since I made that goal have I ever made it. Now, I've done 2 days, I've done 3 days, I've even probably done 4 days, but I'm not gone 5 days a week. And so, and I say I want to go 5 days a week for 2 hours, and I may go 5 days or, 1 day for an hour, right? So we want to force ourselves a habit. And even now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm just going to put it in my calendar and be like, okay, when that reminder comes up, because I always set my reminder for an hour before it happens. Whatever time I say that I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to set my little reminder. When it comes, I'm going to say, okay, look, Linda, get your little slowful butt up, and let's get in our gym clothes, and let's get in the car, and let's head over to the gym. Because you're going to put in that 2 hours. You're going to do it, do some weight lifts, and then an hour on treadmill. Let's go, right? So it's having a game plan, but also saying that if I'm going to make this a part of my everyday life, if I'm going to make this a part of something that is important to me, then I've got to give it the time and the space. I've got to give it the energy. Okay? But if I don't do it, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm going to say, okay, do better next time. It's like I say, get up, dust yourself off, and try it again. If your values aren't showing up for you in your everyday life, or if you find yourself making decisions that go against your core values, you are not aligned with your purpose, or what you say your purpose is. So there is that to think about, because your core values are going to align. Your core values are going to align with your purpose. And you need to take steps to get back on the path by recommitting you to your core values and setting an intention, right? Because I say be strategic and intentional. So you got to set an intention to seek out ways to align yourself with your core values, thus align yourself with your purpose. So here's the takeaway from yesterday and today. Core values inform our thoughts, our decisions, and our actions, and help us align with our life path to purpose. and it helps us understand what's important to us. They are essential foundations in finding our life's purpose because they remind us and others who we truly are. Okay? When you align yourself with your core values, people are not going to ask you to go rob a bank because they know that's not in alignment with Linda's values. I know that's someone was like, whoa, wow, where'd she go there? Because I want you to see, people are not going to ask you to do stuff that's not aligned with your values. Once you align yourself with them, you will find that people will not ask you to do things outside of what you have set the perimeters for. What you set the boundaries for, they're not going to cross that. If they respect you, they're going to ask you according to your life's purpose. They're going to ask you according to your core values. They are not going to come to you and ask you to do crazy stuff that don't align with your purpose. Because they understand who you truly are. They understand who you were truly meant to be, who you were created to be, who you were designed to be. And they understand the gift that you are meant to share with the world. And they don't want to take away from that. You shouldn't want them to take away from that. You shouldn't want to take away from that. So hopefully you're getting something from this. Tomorrow we will be back with another. Today is day 79. So tomorrow we'll be back. We are, like I said, we are rounding the corners and we are getting ourselves to the point where we will definitely be going into our next segment, which is going to be the 30-day challenge. And again, the 30-day challenge is going to start September 1st. So I am hoping that over the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to get all of that out to you guys so you guys can start signing up for it. I believe tomorrow I'm going to I talked about setting intentions today. So I think tomorrow I'm going to stay on that topic, and we're going to talk about how to set an intention, how to be intentional is what we're going to talk about tomorrow, because I believe that if you're going to be a person of purpose, you got to be strategic, you got to be intentional, and you got to do it on purpose, and you aligned with your purpose. You cannot do it outside of purpose. Okay. So I am Coach Linda. This is 100 Days of Purpose. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be encouraged. Remember, only those that can see the invisible can achieve the impossible. So dare to be who you truly are. Stand out, stand up, and stand out in the world. Okay. Go out there, shine bright, because there's enough room for you and I to both shine. We don't have to throw shade on one another. We both can shine. I need you to be who God created you to be so I can be who God created me to be. You be blessed, be encouraged. I am Coach Linda, and I am out.